The skin's
Is it like rock?
It goes all the way through.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Where did you hear that one?
I remembered that. I was
that a drunk just shouting it in the street?
I shaved a tiger and it's still striving. Get out of here. Yeah.
I must make a note of that thing's Carl.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. Well, you know a polar bear? Polar bear's skin is actually black, and its fur is transparent, not white, and it gives the illusion. So it gets all the radiation possible from the sun, but it's still camouflaged.
I didn't understand that, Rick. Sorry, you lost me. If its skin's black,
a polar bear's skin is
and
black,
its fur is translucent,
and its fur is translucent.
So why is it white when we?
Well, it's just because the light hits it and
the sun reflects off.
Yeah, and it makes it look white. Yeah, so if you look at each individual hair, it's actually translucent.
So at night it would be black.
Well, everything is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not bright stuff, Rick. You've embarrassed yourself. Play a record. Oh, I know all about animals and stuff. Do you, Rick?
POD. Bit of pod there. Alive. That's growing on me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It rocks. I mean, we've got to give it that.
I will certainly give it that, Rick.
Yeah, XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais.
With me, Steve Merchant. So more from the Facts and Trivia book. Edited, as I say, by Sir Isaac Asimov, so not just overheard on the tube or by a drunk.
Well, he might have overheard him on a tube by a drunk and just put him in a book.
Listen to the whole fact here before you make any judgments.
Okay.
Sauerkraut was renamed Liberty Cabbage by Americans during World War I.
Sure.
In their denunciation of all things German, some Americans actually kicked Datsuns.
And the little dogs?
Yeah. Little German dogs, just give them a kicking. Because they were German. Or they were derived from Germany. I don't know if they got to like a small sort of French village and just said, bring out your Dachshunds. What are you going to do to them? Nothing. Give them a little bit of food or something. You're not going to kick them, are you?
No, just bring out that little sausage dog. We usually say it aggressively.
He said that aggressively. Like
no, bring out the little sausage dog. Okay.
Well, you're not going to hurt it though.
Of course I'm not.
If you hurt it now, it's like it's against the Geneva Convention.
I'm not going to kick it.
Well, I didn't even bring up kicking. I didn't even mention kicking, so why have you done that?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't got a Datsun. Oh, sacre bleu.
Yeah, sorry.
That thing down my trousers is just a baguette.
Yeah. Remember that, Carl? Remember that?
Dynamite fact.
Baguettes were invented by Napoleon so he could carry them down his leg.
Which is fun. There's one more here that I thought might... I know that there's a lot of those kind of amusing laws and stuff, antiquated laws and that on the web and things, but again, it's Asimov. I'm thinking it's true. City Ordinance number 352 in Pacific Grove, California, makes it a misdemeanor to kill or threaten a butterfly.
Threaten?
Yeah, you can't even threaten a butterfly.
So it goes...
Don't even look at it aggressively.
Yeah, butterfly comes down, I go, what are you looking at? I go, nothing. He goes, Judge! What?
Yeah.
Bloke looking at me with a net.
I wasn't doing anything,
I'm fishing.
But the thing about that is, a lot of the kind of, sort of the wilder butterflies from the wrong side of the tracks, they're just going to take advantage of it. They're going to cruise around, they're going to be playing loud music, they're abusing old people. They're untouchable.
And they're going to go, have you got a problem with that?
Exactly, you go,
and
no.
you're going to go,
no, it's fine, go about your business.
No.
Butterflies there, Rick, in California, running amok.
Yeah.
Should repeat it.
Yeah.
There's another one that I think you'll be a fan of. It might take me a while to find it. Maybe we should play a track.
Oh wow, that takes us nicely. That's a lovely link. That thing about you said about playing a track.
Keep going.
This is Song for the Lovers, and I've chosen a great track here by Lloyd Cole, oft forgotten, but a great singer-songwriter. And this is one of his best songs, I think. In fact, I think Sandy Shaw covered it in the mid-80s when she had a little bit of that resurgence. It's Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? And it's Song for the Lovers, lovely tune. Enjoy.
It's equivalent to like 125.
Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? Actually, Lloyd Cole with his Commotions. That was done with, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Facts and trivia, the last one, Rick.
Go on.
This is a sobering lesson for us all.
Go on.
At the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo in 1901, President William McKinley received a line of citizens, shaking hands with each. In the line was a man with a handkerchief covering one hand. Neither of the two Secret Service men guarding the president was curious enough to take a look at what might be under the handkerchief in the hand of the man. Leon Golzgoz, an anarchist. What he had was a loaded revolver, and when the president thrust his right hand out for the shake, Zolgozd fired twice. McKinley died a week later.
So what he did there, it was outwit the might of presumably the FBI or the Secret Service by covering the gun with a handkerchief.
Clever.
That's brilliant.
It's absolute genius.
Just think how they had to explain that. And they go, how did he get close enough and shoot the president? And they go, we didn't see the gun. Why? Covered it with a hanky, did he? Oh, well, you're not to blame then. Exactly, we can't compete with that sort of, you know. Didn't you think to look under the hanky?
No.
Well, probably just thought it was a hand. Of course, because that's what a hand would be. Did you not think he was probably holding a gun or something? Didn't do that. We didn't train. We didn't do hiding it with a hanky, did we? Alright, if you didn't do it, then it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But he lived, did he, for a week?
The president lived with it for a week, yeah.
That's because they had to go to him and they're probably shuffling around his bed going, sorry about that. When'd you look? Had a hanky, did he? Oh, well, they're now in jail. Well, they were. Go on. Well, when we went into the jail to give him some bread and water, he had a hanky over his hand.
Right, yeah.
We thought nothing of it. And the gun? Yeah. The gun, and he got out. See? Do you remember the gun? Yeah. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's pathetic. No one's used that method since. Because it was effective there, but you don't hear about that now. People using all kinds of elaborate methods to assassinate people, poisoning their wine. Yeah, I think that was Rasputin. As I recall, they put some poison into his wine.
They didn't.
I didn't study it in history class. That's my memory of it.
But if they listened to Carl last week, chink the glasses.
Always chink the
That
glasses.
shows that they used to test it, didn't they? Pour a little bit from yours into mine. That means I'm not poisoning you.
Yeah. But if you're thinking of murdering someone, you know, a dignitary
with a gun.
Yeah, but let's
pop
say
a hanky over it.
Just think about that.
Just pop a hanky over it.
I don't know. Pop it inside an oven glove. And just wear that as you go to it in their hands.
Or sooty.
Or one of those big gladiator-style pointing foam hands they used to have on gladiators.
Yeah.
That was genius. Yeah. I'm just using this because I love the president.
No gun in there, is there? No.
It's just a big finger.
Check if you want.
Yeah.
Well, no, we won't then if you said check. Right. That's unlucky.
Have I ever told you my method, Carl, my genius method of assassinating someone? This is brilliant. This is the ultimate crime.
Oh,
Is this the Ice Cube one?
Have I told it to you before?
No, but I know that.
What's
that
the Ice
one?
Cube one?
When you
shoot an ice bullet.
you get someone round.
Rick, don't say it, don't reveal it, because it's my story to tell.
Oh,
Blabbing
there's
it out.
two. I know two of them.
Well, listen, let me tell you it and see if this is the one, right? This is genius. Right, you rent a room across the street from the person you want to kill, right? And then when their window's open one day, right, what you've done is you've made an arrow from ice. Okay, and then what you do is you train like to become a brilliant marksman with a bow and arrow.
It's an old one.
It is brilliant, but this is why it's classic. And then you shoot them with the arrow, it goes across the street into their heart, kills them instantly. But what's brilliant is the arrow, the murder weapon, it then melts, dries out. There's no murder weapon, and then you can take apart the bow.
Another one, Steve,
They did
is
that
to
on
stab them,
Columbo.
then take it out and walk away.
No,
no murder weapon.
No, but there's no, but you've got to get into the building. This is the point. You're across the street. The only thing that could get you is if someone saw you shooting an arrow.
What about an arrow on a string?
Arrow on a string? What are you talking about? No, not an arrow on a string, because that's not going to work. What if the string broke as you were trying to loot?
Good point.
No, Rick,
the ice arrow is the only way. The ice arrow is the only perfect method of assassination.
That was on Columbo.
Was it?
But there's another one. Do you know, like I was saying about the...
The murder weapon's irrelevant, Steve. What? The fact that it's a murder weapon that is irrelevant.
No, because there are fingerprints on it and stuff.
Yeah, but Alfred, I defy you to win...
There's no fingerprints on a bullet when it goes through your head at 12,000 miles an hour.
They can trace it to the same gun, can't they? They can figure that out.
Throw the gun away!
No, but they'll find the gun. They always find the gun.
Burn it!
No, you can't burn the gun. Rick, my point is...
Melt it.
No, the point is his fingerprints and stuff.
Well, no, wipe it.
Rick, you never
Wear
try to kill
gloves.
someone.
Wear gloves.
They'll catch up with you.
They'll always catch up
Will
with you.
they? Oh, I won't then.
The ice arrow is the only way.
No,
The ice arrow
I
is
bet that was the
only...
one case that Columbo didn't solve.
That's one of them. The other one is, do you know I was saying the other week about the drinks and you chink your glasses and stuff?
Yeah.
A way around that, put the poison in the ice cube, You quickly have a swig before it's melted,
Before it's
and they'll
melted.
go, "That's all right. I can drink that. It's not dangerous." Just say, "Oh, I'm going to show you some pictures or something." Let the ice cube melt. The poison goes in the drink. Say, "Oh, knock that back."
Yeah.
You look thirsty. They'll have it. They'll die.
Genius.
That is good.
Carl, you and I, man, we're like criminal masterminds.
Yeah.
All
What
right?
happens when they find the poison in the body and go, well, he was at Carl's house drinking, it might have been...
You'd have legged it.
Oh, yeah?
He'd have been off with his missus and like £30,000 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
So that's perfect as well, is it?
It's the perfect crime.
So,
Rick.
so, so, it's, hold on, are all perfect crimes to do with ice?
Pretty much.
Roots, manoeuvre, witness. We were talking earlier about people who use Americanisms, like
Yeah.
they've used it all their life, and it's our pet hate, isn't it, really?
Oh.
Like, just people who say, DJ, look, you know, this could sound a little bit, you know, butt licky.
Butt licky.
What's that?
Never heard that.
Butt. Don't say butt.
Yeah. Well, I heard someone say he was on my ass.
Oh.
He was on my ass.
Yeah.
I've never. What? I'll tell you what almost annoys me almost as much as that. There was a guy I used to know who'd pretend, and this guy was like, he'd never done anything wrong in his life. He had no street cred whatsoever. And I was driving along with him once, back from somewhere, and a police car just pulled out and was just following us along the road, because police cars sometimes do. Not following us, just happened to be driving in the same direction. And he went, "Hey, up the pigs, watch it." like what? I'm supposed to think, what, you've done some crime?
Yeah.
You're part of Grand Theft Auto 3, and I better be careful, because you've got some knocked out, off gear in the back.
Yeah.
And watch it, it's the bloody pigs.
Or a dead,
Just play it cool, play it cool.
a made man that you just
Exactly.
killed in the boot.
Nonsense, and I just so annoyed with that kind of pretending to have street cred.
I know, just I remember once, right, an American came to our school, we were all about 13 or 14, and he was like, you had to be his friend. And there was like people vying for his attention, because he was sort of this cool American bloke, right? And he was like good at sports, straight, he's always, you know, it's just great. And I remember someone saying like tube, a toothpaste, and he laughed, said tube. I went, well, what is it? They said, it's tube, right? And people go, no, it's tube, right? And they went, it's tube, right? And I went, I say tube. He went, and they sort of looked at me, and they just thought, you liar. I just went, no, I say, let me think, no, I say tube. Oh.
When you're a kid, like, any American you ever meet is the coolest thing. It doesn't matter if it's a huge, fat bloke wearing Bermuda shorts and a camera on his neck. It's cool, because they speak with an American accent.
Well, that is cool.
And they say...
Being a huge fat bloke in Bermuda shorts is cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm growing into that look, says Rick. 41.
The Canadian tourist look.
Absolutely. But no, so anything, you know, sidewalk.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could say, like when I was sort of 14, if I could have said sidewalk, fender, you know, I always wanted to go into a sandwich shop and just order something on rye.
I want to be one of those 80-year-old sort of Yiddish blokes. Those old, you know, sort of like old vaudeville Jewish guys that, you know, they sit in diners and talk like Walter Matthau talks.
Right,
and
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I want to grow into that, a long coat, and I go, ish.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Yeah, maybe I'll start.
Yeah. Well, convert to Judaism initially.
Yeah.
Be your first protocol, and then just tour the vaudevillian, you know, circuit.
Yeah.
In the Catskills.
What
of
am I,
America.
some kind of schmuck?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What do you, Carl, would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me nerves. When I was in
Get on the nerves!
The whole nation there.
when I was in Barbados at Christmas,
Oh, name dropping.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's loads of them there, because that's
Was that when you were doing a bit of extra sort of waiting? Because you were sort of your girlfriend was cleaning rooms, wasn't she?
went there for Christmas, and there's loads of them there, because that's like really close to America. That's like Blackpool is to Manchester type.
It's
thing.
exactly like that.
So it's
That's the analogy a lot of Americans use.
so.
But I think they call it the tropical Blackpool.
But they were going on.
That's all the brochures, I'm sure.
Right, and serious now, but
Yeah,
they were going
serious.
on about the September 11th thing.
Yeah.
But they call it the, of course, this is American. Of course,
Brilliant.
the 9/11.
The 9/11.
That's what they call it.
Really? Oh, that's awful. That is, so it's like people who say 24/7.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm working
Americans
my
say
ass
that.
off 24/7.
Well, Americans that say that. Well, they're allowed though.
Oh, Americans are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an English person who might say it.
Yeah.
Fool. Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do that American accent again?
Yeah, of course. The 9/11.
Where are you from?
What?
Which part of America is that?
That's how they sounded in Barbados.
Sure. But Carl,
Do any other impression?
I very much doubt that Carl likes newfangled countries like America.
Yeah.
He doesn't like London.
No, true.
So he's not going
Have
to
you been
like...
to America?
Yeah,
Did you enjoy it?
went to Florida. No, they got me again.
Got on your nerves?
Yeah, went for some food.
Yeah.
And it was the last few days. I didn't take much money with me, and we were in Florida and we were hungry, and we went for some steak, and we had our dinner and that, and I think it's their equivalent to the Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And sat down, had the steak, and that's huge, big portions. But anyway, we didn't have much money left, and we had like another 2 days left, so we didn't leave. We didn't have much money for a tip. Do you know over there they expect it?
Yeah, big tip, yeah.
So we left what we could, and I don't know what it was. It might have only been the equivalent to 60 pence.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that much. We didn't have loads of courses because we didn't have much money. So he brought us like the main course, and I don't know, a couple of Diet Cokes. And anyway, left them the 60p.
Yeah.
On the way out, and he comes running over. Excuse me, sir, you can have this back. Because it wasn't enough. I mean,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
What did you say?
I said, all right then. 'Cause I didn't have- well, I needed it. I mean, I thought
Yeah.
it was nice to leave them something, but obviously it wasn't enough, so got us a couple more.
Is it good fun with you on holiday?
I
mean, do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Do people go with you on holiday?
I get bored after about 4 days.
You surprise me.
What do you expect out of a holiday, Carl? What do you go
Sort
for?
of soak up some of the culture.
Yeah.
You liar! You liar!
What did you learn about Barbados while you were there?
A lot of crabs on the beach.
Ah! I just imagine him sitting there with his knotted hanky on his head.
Then combine
I like that.
Not bad.
Bit of Gary Newman there. That's Richard X and Sugar Babes. Are Freaks Electric.
Is that one of those things where they've taken one song and they've laid it over the top of the other? Brilliant.
It's good, no?
No, it's good.
Oh, good.
Classic.
Yeah, well, we're nearly done, aren't
We
we?
are almost finished.
Which is a couple of great tracks.
With a few
mate.
laughs.
Maybe we've had a few laughs, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly.
I've perked up.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
You've
no,
lost it
I-
here a bit though. You feel a bit. It sounds like you're a bit down again.
Well, that's just 2 hours work in
Okay.
one long
Sure.
stretch.
Yeah.
I reckon we could do a 3-hour show now.
No.
No?
No.
Skin of the teeth, sort of just.
Yeah, we barely got away with this.
Really?
This is beginning to fall apart now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
But yeah,
it's
we've
been
had a good
fun,
time.
though.
We've had a few laughs. As you say.
I just think of Carl on the beach. He said he started winding the crabs up because he got bored. He started throwing sand at them. It's like a child's experiment.
When you were in California, you weren't aggravating butterflies, were you? Because that's a misdemeanor.
Scary though. The weather's really freaky
Where
in California.
is it?
Yeah. In the day it's dead nice. Come 6 o'clock it goes black, and then the rain comes down. It's freaky.
Is that every single day, Carl? Or was that just the week you were there?
Every day I was there for about a week. It happened every day.
So as far as you're concerned, that happens all year round.
Yeah, good thing.
And what you're saying is if people are booking a holiday, they should be conscious of this, because it will always happen.
Californian
Oh,
tour.
That's
I think
fact.
it does. I think it does.
But why did you start throwing sand at crabs, by the way?
Just because you get bored on the beach. You sat there. You look around. And then I saw these crabs, and I was watching the way they move around and
Yeah,
what they
funny,
do,
innit?
sort of to,
That annoy you the way they moved?
no, I mean it works for them.
Good of you.
But it was just what I was weighing up is they're
Yeah.
quite close to the sea, so I
Sure.
was watching the sea come.
They like it close to you, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't like it too close.
No.
So like the sea was coming close to them, they'd run towards me.
Yeah.
So as the sea came in to them, I was chucking sand the other way, and it was like, ooh,
They didn't know what to do.
they didn't know where to go.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did that keep you occupied for?
The last 3 days I was there. Maybe.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if I've described this before, do you remember a classic Paul Daniels episode where Paul is having tea with some baboons, I think, chimps, full circle, and he's got a little box, and inside the box is a mirror, and he gives it to the chimp, and it looks in the box, and it's confused by its own reflection, it can't figure it out, so it's looking behind the box trying to figure out, is there another monkey behind it?
Yeah.
Goes on like that, it's dazed and confused, it was there for weeks, just staring into it. I imagine you're a bit like that on the beach with the
Yeah,
crabs.
that's great.
I think that's my analogy.
Like,
Paul
yeah.
Daniels chimps.
Yeah, I kept a crab once for a week when we went to Bognor. It was me, my mum, and my nan in an
Oh, party time. Oh, man alive.
Look, you haven't
never
lived until you've woken up to the sound at 3 o'clock in the morning of your nan having a wee in a tin bucket and echoing round a caravan.
Man alive.
Yeah, I was about 9.
You brought a chick back.
I was about 9, right? And I just kept a crab in a first day I
In the
found it
bucket?
in a. I don't know where it came from. No, I found it on the beach and I brought it back and I kept it in a little bowl in the sink. And then the last day, it started to smell a bit. And then the last day, my mum said, go and put it back. And I went and put it back. So I had a pet crab for a week.
And did it die? What happened to it?
No, it just got bored.
Sure.
It didn't do a lot.
Did it start throwing sand at you? Oh, listen, I think we better play some music because we've got a few songs to squeeze in. I just wanted to play a track. I was watching MTV the other day and I was a bit confused.
Yeah, so was I like that.
Because I saw a video for the Electric Soft Parade's Silent to the Dark, but it was called Silent to the Dark 2, but it was the same song. It sounds like they've redone it. The video is different to the old video. I was very confused. Hopefully someone will phone in and solve it for me. Anyway, this is the original Silent to the Dark. Still a good track. Let's hear it, Carl.
Completely unconventional or unstandard way to go to the top. And that's why
Silent to the Dark, the debut single by the Electric Soft Parade.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good choice there.
Apparently discovered by XFM, is that right, Carl?
Yeah, sent us open to Claire Sturgis.
You see?
Big time now.
What did she do with it? Sold it.
Yeah.
Got a little £5 starter bag of Skag.
Exactly. Oh,
And the
bless
rest
her.
is history. Well, I've enjoyed myself.
I have.
But can I just say, we don't just muck around and do stupid things and play great music. We're also informative. And
We
I'm
are.
going to leave London with this tip that Carl, for no reason, just told me. Do you want to do it, Carl, or shall I tell him what you just said?
Rick, we haven't got much time, you better explain it.
Okay. He said, you've been on the Millennium Wheel? I went, no. He went, well, if you do, here's a tip. Go when there's lots of disabled people on there. And I was up for it. I went, why? He went, you get more for your money. Because they have to keep stopping and letting them off. You get an extra 6 minutes. Alright?
Good, solid advice if you're
So
maybe
do
going to
that
go there
then.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks.
Song for the ladies, Rick. I'll leave you with Lamb Chop. A lot of people aren't a fan of Lamb Chop for some reason. They don't like the way he sings, but this is a beautiful song.
That's the reason.
Up with people. See ya.
Bye. White Stripes, fell in love with a girl, XFM 104.9, 1:05 of a Saturday, that's what DJs say.
Of a Saturday, yeah.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
a Saturday.
Fast approaching.
Yeah, time fast approaching 1:10. What do you mean it's fast approaching? What's it speeding up, is it? Time's speeding up as it gets towards 2:10. Shut up.
Ricky Gervais, obviously.
With him, Steve Merchant.
Yeah, and Carl
Let's
Pilkington.
not forget Carl P, the K-Man.
He's growing on people now.
love him, people love him.
was thinking, oh God, he's too much. Now going, they love him. Like, same as you. I mean, they still think you talk a little bit too much, but I mean, they love Carl. But I shouldn't say that because it'll rock your confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I am a man of nerves. Sorry, I'm sidetracked because I'm looking on the internet here, on the website for XFM.
Yeah.
Because I was, well, partly bored, but also I was looking on the other day. 'cause
Nothing
I
I said though, was it?
No,
Right.
no. And there were some people commenting on the show.
Yeah.
And one person on there, I'm trying to find it, I don't want to misquote them, but
Yeah.
basically, as far as I remember, they said that we knew even less about the music than the DJs that are on in the week.
Right. I think that is scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
So they've embarrassed themselves.
Exactly.
I think it's impossible.
You can't know less than the people that are on
I
in the
don't
week.
think so.
It's just,
I mean,
it's like trying to multiply zero. You just
Yeah.
end up with zero. It doesn't make sense.
I checked with Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge.
Ooh.
He should know. But
Maybe later.
I don't think that's really annoying.
It's so annoying because I tell you this, we are passionate about the music and we do know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just because we don't read the back of the CD box
No,
like
and
there's
play the list we're given with the 9 CDs that are on the playlist every month.
There's a piece of paper here.
The Carl's looking at me like he's thinking, oh no, we're having a go.
You're giving away the magic of radio. You're get pieces of paper here and they've got little bits of details. So, for instance, White Stripes, this is the next single off White Blood Cells, February 2002. Now, it sounds like we know about the music. We take that off a piece of paper.
Exactly. Whereas, when we say about music and we're wrong, at least it's because we didn't know.
Exactly.
See?
Alright? Don't criticise us.
I saw you starting to use the letter A and then stop.
Look at the All-Stars. The old.
So, can I don't want to criticise that. But if I was listening and I'd enjoyed that track and I wanted to know what it was, I wouldn't have understood what you just said.
Really?
Could you just say that again?
Low Fidelity All-Stars.
Yeah, Low Fidelity, because you went Low Fidelity.
I was doing I was doing my DJ.
No, it's just you didn't know your mouth wide enough.
I can't be bothered.
No, sure.
It takes too. Look at listen to him crinchling his little crinchling.
You're not crinchling.
You're not crinchling your Jaffa cakes, are you?
He wasn't going out on air. No one knew.
I bet you're one of those people in cinemas that think you're being really quiet eating a bag of crisps, aren't you? Do you go to cinemas?
I've been for a bit, actually.
What do you do, Carl?
Carl!
What's an entertaining evening for you?
Yeah.
What would you do to occupy your time? Your hobbies, for instance.
Might get a video out from prime time.
Right. What would you enjoy that, or would it just be a chore for you?
No, I think things like that.
You really hate doing that.
That's when you really switch off and you forget all your problems and stuff.
Why, you haven't got any
You
problems?
haven't got any problems, Carl.
You don't know that. I put on a face when I'm with you.
You wear a mask. Are you crying inside?
This
Carl?
is you being the happiest you can be. You're like a clown, aren't you? Oh,
You think I'm like a hard, miserable man? Because there was somebody else
I don't think you're hard.
the other day, and like I said to him, I can't watch The Elephant Man because it upsets me.
God, you're the best. You don't know you're doing it. You're the
but
best.
Can you watch it? I
Well,
always, when it gets to that bit where they're carrying him through the village and messing about with his head.
Do you know, this is true. My dad watched that once, and we were watching it. My mum and my sister and that were all quite moved by it, almost tears, thinking it was a wonderful example of man's inhumanity to man and all that thing.
Yeah.
And my dad just went, "Wouldn't he make an amazing novelty rucksack?" And it cheapened the film for me, and I've never had this sort of.
Steve was thinking he's not that ugly.
Blimey, Rick, we were laughing at Carl. Can we focus on one person at a time, Rick, please? Let's destroy him first.
Oh God! Tell him what you said to me when that record was playing about the Jaffa Cakes. He bought some Jaffa Cakes, which was lovely. He went across the road and he handed out the Jaffa Cakes, and then I went, "Oh, thanks very much." And then what did you say?
I just remember learning at school. I'm not like making fun of the illness, it's not funny. But they cure cancer.
Jaffa Cakes cure cancer.
Not like fully.
Right. They just go some way to help him.
Yeah. Do you know it'll sort of help. If you've got it, you can't say, right, get me a load of Jaffa Cakes.
Right.
But I think it sort of puts a bit of a stop to it if you haven't got it. Do you know what I mean? It's like having vitamin tablets.
Is this medically proven? Should we get Dr. Fox down here to confirm that?
I can't. I actually can't cope. You're just play a record. Play a record.
Has ever survived cancer thanks to Jaffa Cakes? Please call in.
No, but I didn't say
He
that.
said, and then he went, "It's the orange thing in it." And then he tried to read it. He said, "I wonder if it's." And he tried to read out this scientific name.
Come join us there, and if you're enjoying the podcast and you want to hear more,
That's my favourite one I've ever done.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah,
really good. Yeah.
Because I always had a problem with Gomez before, because it always sounded like they were trying to sound like these world-weary Tom Waits style gravelly voice
And they
guys.
were 20.
And they were like 14, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's great. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well
it's
done, well done, boys.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Gives it thumbs up.
Oh dear. Can I play an Elvis Costello track?
You know, I'd love to bloody hear some Elvis Costello. I was saying that.
Well, you know why? Because we met him and he's a lovely man.
We did meet him, yeah.
And I
without
just-
wishing to show off.
I remembered all the great songs he's ever done. I didn't like his spoken word too much, and some of his later projects I thought were a little bit, but his own songs from 1978 to about 1980 I thought were great.
Why did we meet him? I can't just remember why we met him, Rick.
Oh, I wasn't doing that.
No, I can't remember.
We won an award.
Was it because we won another bloody award? Not giving us awards, please.
Oh God.
Oh, room in my house.
Oh dear, we've only got two.
Yeah, we just
and we
got
haven't
two.
got one of those. The one was the BBC, so he's got a lot of room in his house. And I've got the other one. He let me have it, so he's got no award in his house at all.
Can I
You can borrow it.
I don't know who you're talking to. Someone. I spoke to Richard Wilson from One Foot in the Grave.
I spoke to him.
Yeah, but he's a lovely bloke. He's a
Yeah.
really nice guy. But he said to me, could I do a cameo in the office for £40,000? And I went, could like Ricky do like an amusing pratfall or something, and then you just come in as a cleaner and go, I don't believe it. And he looked at me like, why have you said that? Why have you brought that up? I felt so guilty.
Oh no!
I so wanted to apologise.
But why is
I'm
it so?
sorry.
We know it's wrong to
I
do
don't
that.
know why I said it.
We
I don't
know.
why I said it.
Do we think? No, it's different for me.
Exactly. We're in the business.
I'll do a new twist on
Yeah.
I don't believe it, and he'll go. You know, that's the best I don't believe it
Come on,
twist
I've
I've
heard.
ever heard.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Why did you?
I was
you
so-
didn't tell me that.
I know. I felt ashamed. I felt really ashamed.
no!
I was a little bit drunk. I wasn't thinking straight.
Oh,
It was so
no.
nice. I was talking to a friend of mine who said, who was it? I can't remember. He said that he was watching a new. It was a sports cast, which it may have been Formula 1 racing or something like that. And he was watching. There was a commentator, and the commentators have got to keep talking all the time.
Yeah.
And he was going, and there's the team. There's oh, good to see so and so's girlfriend in the audience. And he said he saw, and it cut to Richard Wilson in the audience, and he went, and the bloke went, and there's One Foot in the Grave. I love that. He knew he had to say it though, but he couldn't just name all the characters.
Oh, that's fantastic!
And there's One Foot in the Grave.
Oh dear!
That'd be brilliant. And there's The Office. Brilliant.
What you're putting us alongside One Foot in the Grave, thing that's been going like 10 years and one of those. What you're putting us alongside. It beat us, Steve. Get over it. It beat us in the Comedy Awards.
No, I was just saying that you're an identifiable face if you're at a Formula 1 event. You know,
Okay.
old, grumpy.
One Foot in the Grave.
Yeah, One Foot in the Grave. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl, any thoughts before we move on anything we've said so far?
Elvis Costello.
Well, I'd like to play Red Shoes.
Are we ready
Yeah,
for?
not yet. I'm just saying.
What?
Do you know who his dad is?
Declan McManus. No,
I don't know his real name.
Declan McManus. He was a big band leader in the 50s or something, wasn't he?
No, he was in the R. White's Lemonade album.
Oh!
Was he?
Oh
I
no,
get
it's so much.
mixed up.
There's so much to do with that.
Good, so we're catering there to the audience listening who are 50 and above. Well, I don't, and I'm the target audience.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Oh.
R. White's Lemonade. You must remember that.
Never heard that.
Oh, those chimps that drink tea. Oh, once right in school, we had a French dictionary, and ice cold coke on the back of my throat, singing hello summertime, it's the real thing. Remember that?
No!
Oh, you were there. We translated that into French.
Is that the end of that story?
Yeah,
That's the end of the story.
but I know it in French.
Do it.
But it doesn't make sense. We just literally did the word.
Go on, let me hear it. I can't believe you remember this.
Tres fois, coke, sur le derrière, à mon gauche, chante bonjour, estival jump, celebrate.
That's the only French you know, isn't it?
It's not even French. We just did it word for word. It doesn't make any sense.
Can you say another word of French? Can you quote
Le plume de
Shakespeare?
ma tongue.
Can you
That's my
quote
answer.
anything else? Is there anything else you can quote other than that? Is there anything else you learned at school that you can remember word for word?
No?
Nothing.
Le chat est sur le mur.
I don't just mean French, I mean anything. English, maybe a bit of
What do you mean?
poetry that
Of
you
course
can
I
remember.
can, yeah.
Go on, quote a bit of poetry for me.
Like what?
Don't,
But
whatever
soft,
you
what
remember.
light through on the window breaks. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. The rise for sun and kill the youngest moon. It was already sick as well. Anyway, what do you
Doesn't
want?
really count.
What? Shakespeare doesn't count?
No, because that's the way everyone knows that one.
Oh, going what then? What should I know?
The Windhover by Gerald Manley Hopkins. Oh, you can't do that one. I caught this morning's morning minion, Kingdom of Daylight, still thinking
Play
of
record.
Dawn Falcon and his riding of the high.
Hold on, no, what, no. We haven't done Carl
Wait
yet.
a minute, K-Man. Anything you can remember from school that you learned that you had to maybe memorise?
French.
Not necessarily French. You could.
Anything you can remember. This can be anything you remember from school, apart from the orange stuff stops cancer.
Yeah.
It's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin that carry you off in.
Beatles, Revolution.
Mhm.
Was that clear?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good. We got to speed this up because we know it's funny because our first link when we had to go at like the library and the playlist when we played the record, Carl went. You usually do it at the end when you've run out of stuff.
Yes. What's left off here?
So we started with what's usually our worst bit of material. So I think we've got to turn this show round.
Right.
Carl's been holding this together, to be honest.
Yep.
It's Carl's beautiful naivety and, could I say it, Carl, in the nicest way, stupidity
Yes.
that are keeping the listeners.
I wouldn't class it as stupid.
Oh,
It's all
I'm only
educational
joking.
stuff.
I'm only joking, mate. Of course you're not stupid. Everyone knows you're not stupid. You're sincere, and that can sometimes be, you know, frowned upon in this cynical world.
Would you say you've learnt stuff from me in the past few weeks?
Definitely.
That's-
Definitely. Rather like a scientist learns from like a injecting mice.
Yeah.
No, but I've learnt from you about ants and stuff. I think every week, as weeks go on, I feel like
We're learning from each
I'm
other.
learning more now than I did when I was at school.
And can I just clarify?
Yeah.
You weren't raised as an experiment and you've escaped from a laboratory. You had regular upbringing in Manchester and that.
Yeah, I didn't go to school much because my mum and dad had a caravan.
Right.
And
No need, is there? No need when you've got that sort of fun at home.
Yeah.
I used to just go away for weeks.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah, honestly.
Where's you used to go?
Port Maddock.
But
And so you didn't go to school much.
No, I did, but not as much as everyone else.
no.
How many holidays were your parents having?
Oh,
What
loads.
was their income that they could?
No, my dad used to work nights, and he used to travel back, because to Manchester from Wales, it wasn't that far. And
Manchester to Wales?
He used to do 4 on and 4 off, so me and my mum were like loving it.
But what Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port
Just
Maddock,
down the road from Port Merion, where they filmed The Prisoner.
right?
So that's cleared up for me. Location-wise.
So what did you do then? You're in this little 2-berth caravan on the back of a Cortina estate.
Right.
Well, what was it? What was the car? I want the. What was it?
Granada, full Granada.
Ford Granada. What we talking?
An old one.
1980.
Yeah, 82, 83,
right.
84, 85.
Okay. And you're in the car down there. Down there. Park up.
Yeah.
What was it? What was Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port Maddock.
I remember Ruth.
It's just,
Oh, yeah.
It's just a holiday camp,
Yeah.
and had an arcade and a beach. I was loving it.
Yeah.
But so of the 52 weeks of the year, let's assume, I don't know how many weeks you take off normally for holidays anyway. Let's just say, I don't know, you go to school 45 weeks of the year maybe? Generally, most kids?
No.
Bit less.
Bit less than
About
that?
42.
How many weeks would you say you actually spent in school?
Well, how many weeks do you have off for summer?
Well, we'll work that out. That's what
About
I mean.
6 off for summer. About 3 for Easter. About 3 for Christmas.
Put it this way, I'm surprised I'm not Welsh, to be honest.
Right.
So I was there more than was in Manchester.
Did the school authority not come and check you out?
No, they didn't.
Didn't get Manchester, I suppose they didn't care, do they?
Not really.
Yeah.
They're lucky you turned up at all. What did you just turn up for the last day when you could take in your best toy? Did you say that when you could take in any game?
Just play with everyone else's. Why, I break my stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good
Well, this
point.
answers a lot. This does answer a lot. The fact that you spent most of your time on the beach as a kid.
Teachers were no good at my school. We were
Right.
talking about it yesterday about...
So you were teaching them a lesson by going off in the summer. Yeah. And did you go to university?
No.
Did you go to sixth form or college?
No.
When did you leave school?
When I was about 15.
Right. What, you just went on holiday and didn't come back?
I just got a job early, didn't I?
Where was it? Port Maddock?
Getting there. No, I was a printer. BM Print in Trafford Park.
Well, that's great. That's a little interview there.
Yeah, little
next I'll be interviewing Steve Merchant. What are we playing next?
Bit of elbow.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is Elbow.
We've got 2 pairs of tickets to Goldie Looking Chain. Yeah, it's a little joke about Goldie Looking Chain. Yeah, XFM, yeah, because when we came in, if you could see the
Elbow, Asleep in the Back. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think Elbow are my favourite new group.
We've sang their praises many times and they've never phoned to thank us.
Should they?
Yes.
Do they? Really?
Annoying.
No, they're doing a good job there. I wonder if they found their lyrics. Because I also wanted to write a song from, didn't I? They didn't take me up on that either, Steve.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on them now. Carl, can I have a Jaffa cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think you don't mean me, do you?
No.
All right, good.
Thanks.
Now we interviewed Carl there. I think we've learnt a little bit more about Carl there.
We did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Carl, because I used to be. You concentrating? Don't put it all in at once.
Carl, chew.
The thing that worries me about some of the
Chew before you swallow. Careful.
They have to get rid of Jim Carrey.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
So the
What?
Not chewing.
This guy discovers them.
The amount of times I nearly died as a kid.
What? Forgetting to chew.
Choking.
Sure.
Mint Imperials. My mum stopped.
Drinking them with water.
She have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shower, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa cakes and everything. We let him on the
He has to go
radio.
and live with his stepmum again in the week.
Oh
The
no!
ones who listen.
Oh, really?
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she? I imagine.
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But you know, we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as a
cheap comedy material. I'd hate you to think that, Carl.
Right, no, I'm going to interview Steve. You know, because I used to be a chat show host. Well, I am a chat show host.
Well,
Did you see me at Ricky Gervais?
no. I worked on it and I didn't watch it. No one watched it.
That's terrible.
No one watched
What
it.
do you think, Carl?
I loved it.
See?
Are you thinking of Parkinson?
And I didn't know Ricky then, so I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interview Steve Merchant now.
Okay.
Live on air, XFM 104.9. We should say that more often.
Yes.
Because
Ricky Gervais.
they might tune and I think they've got a hospital radio by mistake. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here. Hi. Now, you're a very tall man, if
Yes.
I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
gentle ribbon, but not nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of. Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem, you know.
They didn't call you Four Eyes,
No,
did
not
they?
really.
Didn't call you Four Eyes, Freaky Lank thing. They didn't call you Freak Pot, Freaky the Freakish.
Oh, I'm
Gimp,
not sure I'm
Four-Eyed
in this
Git.
mix. No,
What?
I'm not
Well, I'm
sure
just saying they didn't do that.
As an interview, I'm not sure that's the best approach.
And then you
I'm
left
not
school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university. There were you called Freaky,
No, I've
Freak-Eyed,
never been
Four-Eyed
called
Git
Freaky, Four-Eyed
thing?
Git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called Freaky, Lanky, Four-Eyed, Stupid Hair, Boggle-Eyed, Freak Face, Fish Face?
Is your chat show coming back? Is this what you? I never watched it. Is this what you said to people like? I mean, you had some big names on there, didn't you? Tony Hart.
Yeah.
That bloke off Ground Force.
Well, the problem was they'd either heard of me or they hadn't. Either way, they didn't want
It was a problem.
Yeah, it was a
Who
problem.
would you say was the biggest name you had?
They're all dead now.
Okay.
Probably the youngest one survived. I think Penny Smith is still with us.
Right.
Yeah. Biggest name?
You had Savile.
Jimmy Savile.
You
I
had
thought.
Daniels, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah. Yeah.
But which was the biggest name would you say that you had on the show from the 1970s?
Peter
Peter
Purvis.
Purvis, of course.
He was a joy.
No,
Yeah.
but
So that's just.
it's not coming back though. That show, we're not.
No, not in that form. The Channel 4 wanted to see some changes.
What sort of changes?
Ratings.
Right.
Now I'm going to play a lovely track. Thanks, Steve Merchant.
Thank you.
I'm going to play a lovely track by Elvis Costello. I think one of his first hits, maybe even be his first hit back in the 70s. This is Red Shoes.
Basically, you take an animal, right? A frog or a chick, right? So a recognisable animal. I think we could broaden it into an inanimate object.
Zinger meets Spray, apparently. I've never heard of him.
No.
Sounds good. It's spelt Spry, though, but Carl reckons it's Spray. Song 2, a cover of Blur's Song 2.
Yes.
You wouldn't recognise it,
In a
would you?
dub version. No.
In an old school reggae dub style.
Nice.
Lee.
Big 'em up.
Yeah, all that. Oh, we know all that. We
All the wording. Yeah.
Oh, we know all that. Yeah. So, yeah, that was quite interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Filled up 3 minutes.
Before that, Elvis Costello, Red Shoes. What a great song.
Debut, was it? A debut single?
I think so. It's the first one I remember of his, but you know.
We'll probably give Elvis a call, won't we, and
you
chat to
know,
him about it.
Yeah.
He's a
yeah.
pal now.
Yeah. Well, the celebrity.
Yes.
Lifestyle.
You what? Because you told me something else about your celebrity world that I thought might be of interest to the listeners. I don't know if you're happy to mention it.
What?
Your forthcoming TV appearance.
Oh
might be
yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
What
I've
is
been
it?
invited. I don't usually do these things,
Yeah.
but I sort of quite like the show. I've watched it for a while. So I'm at Room 101.
Have you seen this, Carl? Do you know that show?
You don't like it?
So that's it. So animal plus human characteristic
Is it
plus
still
physical
Nick
trait
Hancock as
plus
well?
action plus
No.
equals
Who is it?
multi-millionaire.
Paul Merton.
So I've come up with some ideas.
Is he still around?
To, set
I've seen him
you
for
guys
ages.
off,
He's probably going to be a great pal of mine come Tuesday.
No, I mean, that doesn't make any difference.
No.
Have you got all the channels tuned in right on your music? Paul Merton's a huge star. He's on all the time.
Yeah.
Is he heck? Yeah, he's on there. Have I got news for you and all the rest of it?
Yeah.
What's the rest of it?
Well, anyway, look. Room 101 is the show.
Room 101.
Is the
Yeah.
show where you put in the things you hate into
Yeah.
this imaginary room.
And I thought I'd do it because it's a laugh, because, you know, they let you speak and it seems like a bit of fun.
What are
so
you
I
going to
thought
put in
I'd
there?
do it. Oh, I'll ruin it, won't I, for all the listeners?
Oh, right, yeah. Switch off now if you don't want to hear what Ricky Gervais is going to put in Room 101.
I don't know, just things that irritate me. Like, I don't know, I'm putting in noisy people who make unnecessary noise, for one thing.
Right. Can I just stop you there for just 1 second? You know what I'm
you're
saying?
gonna say.
No.
I know what you're saying.
I was just thinking, if there's a little case there of the pot calling the kettle black. Because you are the most annoying man ever in the history of all things. And I've met a lot of people in my life, I like to think. Even everyone. I mean, anyone I went to school with who was possibly, an evil man, would throw things at people when, the teachers just throw stuff at them all the way through the lesson, throw things at the back of your head. Even he was not as irritating as you are.
Really?
Just the fact that you're just crunching up